Combat Helicopter Surgical Strike VR is a game just released officially on the Steam Store August 12th, 2020. It had been in early access, released originally in June of 2019. It's available for all the major headsets. It normally retails for 20 bucks. I got this game from Viveport Infinity, and while this game is a promising idea, I really want a Desert Strike for VR. This is not it. This is a bad game. It's really bad. Anyways, thank you for watching my video review. No, I'm just kidding. Let me talk about why it's bad. I mean, you can sort of tell from the store page video, but once you play it, you find out it's actually worse than what it looks like. So, yeah, it lacks overall polish. Things just don't work. I encountered several bugs. I'm not sure if those bugs are prevalent for everyone, but I can tell you that on both Windows Mixed Reality and the Oculus Rift, I encountered issues. The main issue was just I couldn't fire. I couldn't use my machine gun or the missiles outside of the tutorial. So once I left the tutorial, I could no longer use those, and I don't know why. There were various other issues with this game, as you saw. Even the tables there, the way they're set up with the grenades, they're just clipping right through each other. Once you enter the helicopter, you see more issues. You're not exactly correctly seated on the helicopter. There's like no glass there. You can put your hands through it. You're supposed to throw grenades through the glass. It just doesn't make any logical sense. You throw grenades and they go through the glass. What? That's nonsensical. And then you see the damage the grenades do. It's almost zero. You actually have to hit your object with the grenade or else it'll do zero damage. And you just clip through almost every object in this game. Almost. The physics are terrible. You can collide against several objects, and sometimes they do minimal damage, and sometimes they do heavy damage. It's almost unpredictable. You'll hit the ground and it's like nothing. You'll see later in this video I actually go underwater and I go through the world. It just doesn't make any sense. The physics is just terrible, and even worse than the physics and the clipping is the controls. The controls are terrible, at least on the Oculus Rift and Windows Mixed Reality. You just kind of use the joystick on the Rift to control the pitch of the helicopter and also the throttle. So you're not using your motion controllers on the in-game visuals of the helicopter, which shows like a joystick control. You don't actually do that at all in this game. But you do toss grenades with your motion controllers from within the cockpit, which again makes zero sense. It just makes zero sense. And you'll see later in this video that I actually go underwater, and then I go to the edge of the world, and flat Earth theory is confirmed in this game. Yeah, it's just bad overall. The combat felt terrible, and you can align your helicopter to put the crosshairs right on the target, and for whatever reason it misses, and sometimes it hits, and it just seems pretty random as far as when you destroy anything in this game. It just seems that you just shoot as much as possible in the general direction and hope that stuff blows up, because the crosshair really means very little in this game. When it's actually working, like I said, it only worked for me in the tutorial. Once I got out of there, I couldn't shoot anything. So there are some positives to this game. It was running for the most part fine on my 1060 GTX. It was running at a 90 frames per second. So for the most part, yeah, that was good, I guess. It's running on the Unreal Engine, and I'm afraid those are all the positives I have. There's very limited content. There's the tutorial plus 3 levels. The levels are terrible. There's nothing fun about this game. I mean, some of the views aren't bad. Sometimes it actually feels like it might be a good game when you're in the helicopter and you're seeing some of the vistas, but then you actually start playing and see that it's actually a terrible game. And it really doesn't have many redeeming qualities other than it runs fine. It's buggy, the combat is bad, and there are several things that don't make sense. You clip through objects, you go underwater, you go to the edge of the world. This is a badly designed game, badly programmed, and it's also one of those games that was released in early access. and it seems there were no updates. I couldn't find any update history on this game. It was released in early access in this almost unplayable state, and then there were no updates, and then it was released out of early access. So again, a developer abusing the Steam system that Valve should fix, instead of allowing a game to be listed twice under the new game section, where developers just put a game in early access, get it on the new section, don't do any updates, release it out of early access, and they get again featured on the Steam page under new. So this is another developer taking advantage of that. I saw no updates to this game. It's barely playable, at least for me on the Oculus Rift, and Windows Mixed Reality for me personally was not playable because I couldn't play outside of the tutorial because it was too buggy. So I don't recommend this game. I give it a 3 out of 10. Do not buy under any circumstance for any amount of money. It's bad. It's terrible. It's not worth to download on Viveport Infinity. I'm happy for Viveport Infinity. I got to try out this game and figure out it was bad because I was tempted to buy this game, and I'm so happy that I didn't. Anyways, I'm Fast Lawyer. If you liked my review, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Have a wonderful day. Flat Earth Theory confirmed.